I'm back to Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. I appreciate that very much. I am in Jesus and Jesus is in me. All right, my daddy want me to come on and speak to y'all about how y'all go by getting a home, a car, you know, a condo, a townhouse, whatever y'all want. He want me to speak on it. Now, when you going by trying to get these things, believe me, it's not easy. Believe me, it's a lot of work. But you got to hold on. You got to leave it to God. Leave it all in God's hands. Now, when you going out here trying to get a home, it's a lot you got to go through to get a home. It's not easy. It's a lot. It's a lot of paperwork you got to sign out. When you get a realtor, the realtor does all the work, but the realtor wants you to do work too. So therefore that, even though the realtor is doing the work for you, you got to go out there and do the work for yourself too. You know. Now, the realtors, they will give you the list of the homes that they find, and you got to go out there and do your own list. So they're gonna give you what they can give you, and you have to work with them. Now, when they say that you got approved for this, therefore that means you have to send in all the paperwork that they asked for. And sometimes they might say that they didn't get this, they didn't get that, they didn't get this, but still, you have to keep resending it to them till they tell you that they got all the paperwork. Maybe the realtor probably need it they for they paper for they self, and the people that do the closing probably need it for they self. So you have to understand that it's not easy on their side, and it's not easy on y'all side. So the only thing y'all can do is just keep giving them what they want. I know it's going to be a headache just for all the new people that's trying to get homes. All the new ones that's trying to get home. It's not easy. Sometimes you will have to go to classes to get your home. Sometimes you have to go to classes. Because if you can't put a down payment on when they ask you, do you have a down payment, and you don't have the down payment, and then they tell you, well, we're going to give you this amount, the bank tell you, well, we're going to give you this amount to get your home, and you don't have a down payment, then you probably will have to go to school in order for you to get that place. So they will have you to do classes online to help you get that place. But if you have a down payment, that's easy too to get your place. You know what I'm saying? But the hardest part is finding the place that you want. You know what I'm saying? That's the hardest part. Is trying to figure out what places what you want, because sometimes they say that the houses cost this much, cost a lot. Then there might be some that's in your category that you can afford, and there might be some even or more that you can't afford. But it's up to you. You have to talk to the realtor and tell them where where you can handle it at. Give them a balance of where you can make the payments that you will be paying every month. You have to let them know that, so they can make sure they find the right home that you need so you can afford this home. So just don't go on out there all willy-nilly saying what they say for instance they say I'm gonna give you $3,000, 3,000, three how you say it 200,000, I mean 300,000. That's what the bank gonna tell you. The bank gonna give you 300,000 a loan to get that place. But they not saying that they want you to spend that whole 3,000, 300, $300,000, $300,000 to spend, to spend. They're not saying that. They saying that you can use partially of that and to get your home. Use partially of that. You can't go over that because that might be used for your closing. Some of that money might be used for your closing. So you can't just go over that much. They just giving you a round amount what they're going to give you. And then you go off that and say, well, maybe I'm going to spend like 100,000, whatever, to get a house. 200,000, because they can say that they can give you 200,000, 300,000, whatever. They would say that's how much they would give you, but that don't mean that's what they want you to spend up, because your house might not cost that much. You get what I'm saying? It might not cost that much. So you tell them where you can handle it at, and when you tell them where you think you can handle it at, therefore they will look in your bracket where you can handle it at. That's where they're gonna look at. And if they find a place for you, they will tell you, well, we found this. Do you like this? Because they will tell you, that they found this place, and they will set it up for you to go to look at the place. And when you go look at that place and you like the place, then you tell them, yeah, I want this place. If you don't like it, then tell them you don't like it. You want them to keep looking. And then they will ask you again, well, how much you trying to spend? And then you tell them how much you trying to spend. And then they will look again. And they will tell you, well, we see this much. But they might go up a little bit more. And then you have to tell them, no, I told you, I'm only going to spend this much. Not that much, this much. And then they have to stay in your bracket because they want to see, are you going to go a little bit over your balance? When you don't want to go over your balance, you have to let them know, no, I'm not going over my balance. This is where I say I want to stay at. This is where I want to stay. So help me find a place. So if you cannot help me, then I will go to another broker and get a help from them. I will go to somebody else. That's what you tell them. If you can't help me find what I want, then I will go somewhere else. And they will tell you, okay, I can see what I could do. Let me see what I could do. Then they will start looking. And then they will tell you, well, I see this, I see that, I see this. But see, they doing the best they can on their part. That means you got to do what you can on your part. Because if you're looking for something that you want for yourself, you got to go out there and look too. They doing the best they can. So that means you got to go out there and try to find out what you want for yourself too. So you got to make a step. You can't put it all on the you can't put it all on the realtors. You can't put it all on them. You got to get out there and make a step too. So when you do that and you find a place that you want, then you come back and tell them the address and everything where the place at. Then they will set it up for you to go look at that place. That's what they do. So if you like it, then you get it. That's how you do that. But there's a lot of ways you can go by getting your place. You can go to a bank and get a loan. You can go anywhere to get a loan if you want a place. You can go to a realtor and get a loan. It's all kind of ways you can go to get a loan if you want to get a house. You can go to the state, ask them to help you get a house. They do that too. It's a lot of ways you can go to get your house if you want your own house, you know. But sometimes they always look for people to have money to put down. It depends on your credit. So if your credit is good and it's all the way up there, then they might not ask for no down payment because because your credit is good. But if your credit is not that good, then yeah, they're gonna ask for a down payment. They're gonna ask for a down payment. So that's what they do. So yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy getting a place. It's not easy. You're going to go through a lot because they're going to be asking for this. I need you to send me this. I need you to send me that. I need you to send me this. I need you to send me that. I need you to send me this. And then they might say, well, I saw this place for you, but somebody else bought it. That's going to make you mad. Like, oh my God, I wanted this place. Yeah, but somebody else had more. Somebody else had put more down on it. So first come first serve. So whoever gonna give up the most amount for that place, they're gonna give it to them. So that's the way they do it. So say you go out there and you find a place. Now somebody could be out there looking at the same place you looking at, and you like that place. And them people, they like that place too. But if you ain't got the money to beat them people out to get that place gonna go to them people because they got the money for it right at the time. They got the money. So the realtor's gonna go with them because they got the money. That's how they work. Because sometimes people don't go in there and go by the bank to get their place. Some people already have all their money already to just up and just get a house, and they will buy that house. The realtors will jump on that faster because these people got cash and they willing to give up that cash to get that house. So the realtors will jump on that before they jump on somebody that wants to take a loan out. That's how they work. Yeah. So I'm just telling y'all, it's not easy. You're going to go through a lot to get that place. Sometimes it might take, a month or two? Sometimes it might take 6 months, 3 months. It depends. Because it's they gotta keep trying to help you find what you want. And them months go by so fast. Because you know how it is. Y'all picky on, I don't like this house. This house needs to be done. I want this house fixed up all the way. I ain't got the money to pay for all of this and all of that stuff. So they have to do the best they can. So by y'all telling them, well, I want a house that's already fixed up. Well, that's okay. Just give me a house that's good. Thank you, Daddy. All right, so give me a house that's good and I could do a little fix up on myself. Okay, then I would take it. Then if you do it like that and you make it easy, you making it easy on the realtors and you making it easy on yourself, because sometimes the realtors don't mind you making it easy on them. If you decide that you like this place and you want to fix it up a little bit, okay, they're going to do it. And then if you tell them that, okay, I see this place, but I want the owner to do a little bit of more fix up on it before I, buy this place. Therefore, they have to go to the owner and tell the owner that, okay, now, the other people, the new owners, they say that they want you to fix up that place before they buy your place. They want you to fix it up. And then they realtor and your realtor have to get together, and then they got to talk about it. They got to go back and forth with it. Tell them what you said, tell them what they said, and they, going back and forth with it. And then when they go back and forth with it, they will come back to you and say, well, the owner said that they can fix this much up, they can fix that much up, they can fix that much up. And if you agree with that, and then they'll say, okay, well, we could go ahead and do the closing. Y'all would jump on it. But if you say, No, I want them to do a little bit more work on it. Sometimes the owner say, well, I only can do what I can on it. So if they don't want it, if I'm telling these people that I can do this and I can do that, and they want more, then the owner gonna say, that's all right, I'll go somewhere else. Therefore, you done lost that home because the owner said they don't want to sell it to you because you asked for too much. So that's how it works. So if you say, okay, then you fix up this and fix up that, and then it's just a little bit of minor things that you got to fix up, then you tell the realtor, then, okay, tell them that I'm cool with them fixing up that and a little bit of minor things, because you're going to go in there. They're going to take you in there now. The realtor is going to take you right back in there and let you see what they have fixed up. And when you see what you have fixed up, they fixed up, and then you say, well, I want them to fix up this, because it's just a little minor thing now. Now think about it. It's just a little bit of minor thing. So you know you could be able to handle that little minor thing yourself, so you don't need them to fix that up. But if you're telling them that you want them to fix up everything you want them to fix up, and they telling you that they cannot fix up everything you want them to fix up, you're going to lose the home that you want. So if this is just a little bit of minor thing and you want that home, you would tell them, okay, I would take that. I would take that. And I'll fix up the little bit, because they fixed up all the big things that I needed to be done. So I'll take that because I can handle a little bit of things. That's what you say if you want that home. And then you could do the closing. But let me tell you something. It's a catch to this. When you do this, when you walk around in these homes, make sure that the lights is off, the gas is off, the water is off. Because if all that stuff is on in that house and you end up buying them houses, you're going to end up paying all of these people that lived in that house. You're going to be paying what they paid. You're going to be paying for them. It's going to come out your pocket because you bought that home, and then they left all of their burdens on you. So make sure before you buy that home, make sure everything is cut off. The water, the gas, the light, everything. Do not go in there with your eyes closed, buy in that house with the water, the light, the gas on, and then you end up paying somebody else's bill that didn't even have nothing to do with you. That's what they do. That's what they do. Yeah. Because that's what happened to me when I first bought my house. Me and my ex-husband went in there with our eyes closed. We didn't have no help. We went to ask everybody to help us with our house. Help us buy our house. Nobody didn't want to help us. So that was our first home. We had to go with our eyes closed to do this. And we did it. We didn't know nothing about the light had to be off, the gas had to be off, the water had to be off. We didn't know none of that. We went in there, we bought the house with the water on and all that stuff. Turned around, when we bought the house, we had to pay these other people bills. Because when we went down there to talk to the water company and all that, they said, no, ain't nothing we could do about it because y'all bought the house. So y'all got to pay that water bill. And the water bill was sky high. And we had to get a lawyer. We had to fight these people to bring that down, because we told them we just bought this house. We should not be paying nobody else's bill that was not on us. So we had to get a lawyer. And the lawyer had to fight it for us to get it, for them to drop it down. So that's why I'm telling y'all, do not go in there with y'all eyes closed. Make sure y'all check out everything before y'all buy these houses, especially if y'all buying them as is. Check it out. Just don't go in there with y'all eyes closed. Make sure y'all got everything checked out. Tell them you want this fixed, that fixed. If you see a hole in the wall, tell them you want that hole in the wall fixed. Whatever you see going on in these houses, make sure you tell them you want all of this fixed. Now, little minor things you can fix for yourself, but the big things that you need to be done, you do not fix that up. You tell the owner you want them to fix that stuff up before you move in them houses. That's what you do. So it won't come out your pockets. That's how you do that. Because you would get realtors would get you. All they want is their commission. That's all they want. That's all they want is their commission. So if they can sell you whatever they can sell you, and you don't know what you going through, what you going up against, they're gonna sell it to you, and you're gonna end up having a house that you got to come out of your pocket to spend all that money to get fixed up. So it's better to know what you up against before you do it. So that's why I'm telling y'all all of this. When you buy a house, check it out, everything before you buy it. Tell these people what you want done so they can fix it. And when they fix it, then you tell them, okay, now we can do business. We can do the closing. That's how you do that. So don't go in there with your eyes closed. I'm telling y'all not to go in there with your eyes closed. Make sure you got the eyes open. Look around at everything. The tubs, the sinks, everything. Check everything out in that house. Whatever you see that's big, that needs to be fixed, you tell them people, you tell that realtor, tell them owners, I want that fixed. I want this fixed. I want that fixed. Do not buy that house until they fix it. Do y'all understand me? So that's what I want to tell y'all. This is what my daddy wanted me to talk to y'all about. So I'm telling y'all this. Do not go with your eyes closed when you buying a home. Make sure everything is fixed in that house. Now, when you got a condo and they telling you that you got to pay a HOA, make sure your HOA ain't high, because they go up. These HOAs go up a lot. So you would be able, to afford a HOA. Make sure your HOAs ain't high, because these people, them things just jump up. Next thing you know, you paying close to the same amount that you bought the condo for. Same for the townhomes. You'll be paying the same amount you just bought your townhome for. So make sure when you go in a condo or a condo or a townhouse, make sure the HOA ain't high. If you can't handle that HOA, do not buy that condo or the townhouse. Do not buy it, because them stuff you end up paying. So you be paying 2 payments, and your bills will be so high, and you'll be wondering how the heck it got all up there. So I'm just telling y'all, be careful out here when y'all go out here buying this stuff. It's not easy. It's a headache. And when you're going through stress and everything, just give it to God. Give it to God and keep looking. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep looking till you find the house that you want. Do not give up. Because, I can understand a lot of people can't afford the houses that they want. So you got to afford what you can afford at that time. So when you get where you at, then you can buy you a mansion or whatever you want. But at that time, you buy what you can afford that's going to make you comfortable and your family comfortable. That's how you do that. And make sure if you got kids, make sure your kids have a school that's close to the house where they can just walk to school and then come home from the school. Make sure the parks are close to, so they can walk to the park and come home from the park. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you, the realtors, they can't give you all of that. Now, they can't give you the stores that's close to the house. They can't give you the parks that's close to the house. They only can give you probably like 2 things. If you want the school close to the house, they'll try to see can they do that. If you want a park close to the house, they'll try to see that they can do that. But they're not going to be able to give you all 3. So you'll have to tell them what you want, and then they'll look for that. So that's how y'all do that. Thank y'all for listening to me. Jesus love you. Father love you. The Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors, and I love y'all. And I'll be back to talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day.